Agent Barton was sent to kill me. He made a different call.
So I wonder why he saw her skills. No. He saw her back and she's like, damn, you got a big butt. Yo guys, what is up? And in this video, I'm reacting to Film Theory, Exploding Black Widow's Big Twist. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I'm not reacting to the trailer. But because it came a time ago. And I'm reacting to the game and to Film Theory. Alright? Apparently he's gonna expose Black Widow. I don't expect to be exposed, okay? Because you're not the film creators. Well, actually, it could be, you know, it could be, like, you know, I'm joking, he can't be, because it's just a theory, okay, it's not real. It could be real, it could spoil the movie for you, but it's just a theory. But, yeah, if you have a, guys, I'm gonna watch Black Widow, I think, if it's in my age rating, I think it is, hopefully 16, you know. Yeah, but if it's not, I'm kind of fucked, but if it is, oh yes, I'm gonna watch that shit. But, if you get, I'm about to see if you catch the video, holy fuck, I'm so lost. But let's get into the video. Alright, 3, 2, 1. That's hot. He's a Captain America.
Who's that guy?
Well, how much time you got, Natasha? Because I'm about to tell you the entire plot of your movie, including all its big surprise reveals, 4 months
that's a real thing.
before it actually hits theaters. Who's the Supreme Intelligence Officer now?
It's a theory. If Spider-Man did that, would he actually just like, snap his arm? That's not possible, unless you're like really fast. I'm sorry.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, the show where 2 minutes of trailer footage becomes 15 minutes
You got
of
stretched for that, you know,
theory.
YouTube
Man,
revenue.
Talk about a great 2019 for Scarlett Johansson, right? She was nominated for Best Actress in The Super Depressing Marriage Story. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for the also super depressing Jojo Rabbit. She had a key role in the highest grossing movie of all time with Endgame, and also was in Captain Marvel. I mean, in 1 year, that's 4 massive films, 2 award nominations, and an equal number of on-screen deaths. I mean, she is figuratively killing it, and the movies in turn are literally killing her. And 2020 is just keeping her momentum going as Marvel rewinds back in time to tell a prequel story about the iconic Natasha Romanoff in their upcoming movie, Black Widow. Now, can I just take a moment to say how much I love the name Black Widow for a deadly female spy? I mean,
she shouldn't die in this movie, because, you know, it wouldn't make sense. But, if she did, that'd be pretty funny, because they just keep killing her off. But, if you guys didn't watch Endgame, I won't spoil it for you because it's really like a new movie. Short shows like came out there like a week ago. Psych, if you haven't watched Endgame yet, you're stupid. Or if you don't know what happened, you're stupid. I love you guys.
Everyone knows that a bite from a Black Widow spider is unlikely to be fatal, and most of the over 2,000 bites each year don't even need medical attention. What? Has everything I've ever been told about spiders a lie? I mean, do they even eat their husbands? Yes. Oh, okay, but only in laboratories with unnatural conditions? Even in Australia, they've only managed to rack up 1 death in 37 years? Okay, something's telling me that Black Widow spiders just have themselves a really solid PR team. So I guess in all fairness, the spider might not be all that deadly.
Like, you know, with one
certainly
bite.
Is. And based on the trailers, this new movie is going to expose to us a bit more about her mysterious backstory, the training program that made her into the widow she is today, as well as other members of their little bloody ballet squad. But there's one main question that the newest trailer is just begging
Who's that
for us to answer. And that's the clip that I played at the top of the video.
Who's that guy?
Who is our main villain? Who is the face behind the mask?
It's Iron Man.
Based on the outfit, the shield, and past history with Black Widow in the comics, we know that it's going to be a character named Taskmaster. We'll get to a bit more about him in a minute. The big
it's this guy. I've seen him.
Who is under that mask? In fact, Marvel is so intent on keeping the true identity of Taskmaster such a mystery that he doesn't even have a confirmed actor yet, which is very weird for a company that's traditionally used villain positions for stunt casting. I mean, they've sent noted bad guys like Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio or Josh Brolin's Thanos out on the talk show circuit to push their movies hard. So why would they be so tight-lipped about Black Widow's main villain? Well,
why, Marvel?
Being a spy movie, it means that the reveal of who's under that mask is going to be a big twist for the audience. Except, here's the thing, I feel pretty darn confident I already know the answer. Scratch that. I feel really confident I know the answer. The trailers are very clearly trying to misdirect you about who is behind that mask. So today, I'm gonna look at the potential candidates, debunk them all, and then tell you the reveal of Marvel's next massive superhero hit months before it hits the big
it could be shit.
What do you have to say about that,
It could be shit.
Are you one of those people that goes online and then you look at all the screen grabs? You are. You're one of those people. I'm not judging you.
You are completely judging me right
Yep.
now.
Let's start by learning a bit more about who this
that's
guy
him.
is and what his traditional power set consists of. Taskmaster in Marvel Comics is usually a guy by the name of Tony Masters. Masters has an ability called photographic reflexes, which is similar to having photographic memory, except that beyond just recalling things with incredible accuracy, Masters can accurately reproduce the actions of anyone he sees. It's an incredibly cool power that makes him a very difficult enemy to defeat, considering he can just always counter you with your own moves.
You'd fucked
He's
up.
like the ultimate Uno reverse card. However, his memory can be overwhelmed by this ability, so he'll often forget simple things like the names of his loved ones or who he used to work for. Taskmaster is a mercenary. He'll work for the highest bidder without a care for their ideologies, which means that sometimes Taskmaster is as much a good guy as he is a bad guy. He's worked for pretty much everyone from S.H.I.E.L.D. to Thunderbolt Ross, who, once you know it, is also going to be in this movie.
Oh,
that's far from all we know about this new Marvel movie.
Well, I think this mustache
Thanks
really
to Natasha's
pixelated, but
untimely demise in Endgame, we know for sure that this movie is going to be a prequel. This sentiment's been echoed by everyone working on the movie.
It was a good thing
Scarlett
because I didn't
Johansson
want to
even
see
gave us a
the
more
Hawkeye is
specific
kind of more
time frame
useless.
for the majority of events of the plot.
It takes place after the Civil War and before the Infinity War. Wait, are those all the wars?
No, you may have missed a couple there. World War I,
World War II, World War III,
Vietnam War, Korea War, War of the Roses, or my personal favorite, Spanish American.
What about World War III?
Cultural excitement.
It's not a thing anymore.
So, in reflection of the comics and knowing that Thunderbolt Ross is making an appearance here, it's likely that the story of this new Black Widow will,
she looks dehydrated,
revolve around Ross hunting down Natasha in the wake of her betrayal of Tony Stark in the Sokovia Accords.
Oh.
If you can manage to remember that far back in the
I remember
series.
that.
You remember when the government was all like, you superheroes are dangerous and need to be supervised. And Captain America was all like, no man, I'm a rebel now. And Tony Stark was totally, you're right government, you pay me a lot in government contracts, so I kind of have to agree. Also, for some reason I grew a conscience because the story demanded it. And
I won't swear, but I'll go against the law.
Distracted by Spider-Man showing up, Black Widow was there, apparently. Somewhere back there. You see her?
Yeah, right.
If you squint, you can see kind of the black blur just flashing across the screen. She's way back there fighting the other guy who doesn't have superpowers.
Yep.
Well, anyway, she had
some guy with superpowers, she get folded like a piece of paper.
One, but then she ended up flip-flopping. Anyway, she went against Tony and the government, and so with this movie coming canonically after Civil War, it fits perfectly in the timeline that they'd now be looking to track her down.
T'Challa told Ross what you did, so they're coming for you.
We also know that at least some of it's going to take place even earlier in Natasha's career. Aside from flashbacks,
she's just a human with really good skills with everything.
We can expect to see at least part of the movie taking place before Natasha joined S.H.I.E.L.D. in the first place. We know this because the very opening shot of the trailer shows the Liberty statue in Budapest. If that's not ringing any bells, let's take a brief trip even further back down memory lane to the original Avengers movie.
Just like Budapest all over again.
You and I remember Budapest very differently.
So we know that at least at some point in this movie, they're going to be in Budapest, a place where Hawkeye and Natasha have a long history. We also know from that same movie that they met because Hawkeye was ordered to kill Natasha, but Clint ended up ignoring the order and recruiting her instead.
I got on S.H.I.E.L.D.'s radar in a bad way. Agent Barton was sent to kill me. He made a different call.
So
I wonder why he stole her skills. No. He stole her back, and she's like, "Damn, you got a big butt."
Spotted this scene in the trailer that seemed to make up for a real theory. He's using a bow. He's associated with Black Widow. Is this potentially how they met? Is Hawkeye the one behind that mask? Absolutely not.
No.
Remember, Taskmaster's whole shtick is copying other people's moves. The fact that Taskmaster is using a bow means that Hawkeye is probably in the movie, perhaps just briefly in order to teach Taskmaster usage of the weapon, which in turn gives us a trailer shot that
sounds like he may want to teach him, like, it's like kill
Disney has
one of the girls I like.
Plenty of times in recent history with their trailers.
I wonder what that movie is.
Taking one last look, sir.
But think about it. If ScarJo was at least being partially honest when she said the movie takes place between Civil War and Infinity War, well, there's no way that Hawkeye's the bad guy. Hawkeye, as you might remember, was part of Captain America's team during the Civil War, and as a result ended up in house arrest, which is why at the beginning of Endgame we see him in an ankle monitor. Now, as established in Ant-Man 2, these monitors are
even he's got an ankle monitor.
But pulling the same move twice seems
he had an ankle
cheap
monitor.
for the
Give it to
MCU.
him.
Besides, what mission could possibly be so important to Clint that he 1. Escapes his confines, 2. Changes his entire appearance, and 3. Tries to kill one of his best friends, all before calming down with his family and then doing it all over again in Endgame. That's just a really muddled, unclear story arc. Also, this wouldn't be the first time Hawkeye was used as the bad guy, and Marvel's been pretty upfront about avoiding that pitfall again.
Done the whole mind control thing. Not a fan.
No, after looking at the evidence, Taskmaster isn't just some new villain of the week, and he isn't Hawkeye. But I do believe that he's an old friend who turned evil. I also believe that this he is actually a she. My theory is that Taskmaster, by the end of the movie, will be revealed to be her. This one, sitting at the table, Melina Vostokov.
You got fat.
Yep, the one with the killer comedy line from the trailer is gonna end up being our villain. It's also why all the trailers are trying their darndest to misdirect you.
Who the hell is that guy?
Who the heck is that guy? That's not a guy, Natasha, but Disney is trying their darndest to get us to think that it is. Now, let me back up and give you some history on Melina Vostokov and why she's likely to be this film's big bad. In the comics lore, Melina appears in the Marvel fanfare series, where she's shown growing up in the same training program as Natasha, and the movie seems to keep this continuity in place.
Family. Back together again.
However, Melina is not quite as skilled as Natasha, and this too seems to be canon in the MCU.
You'll break them. Only the breakable ones. You're made of marble.
In fact, in the comics, having to live in the shadow of the Black Widow causes Melina to develop a deep hatred for Natasha. Eventually, she leaves the service of Russia and becomes a freelance assassin by the name Iron Maiden, where one of her targets
is, hard name, you know.
Guessed it, Black Widow herself. Now, clearly, Iron Maiden and Taskmaster are two different characters in the comics, but if you look at their abilities, they're actually fairly similar. Melina is a master martial artist, master assassin, master spy, and a weapons expert. Basically, everything you need Taskmaster to be. Heck, you would barely even need to change their costume.
Right?
Hood, check. Bodysuit, check. Mask,
boobs,
done.
check.
Additionally, Tony Masters in the comics injects himself with a knockoff of the super serum that created Captain America, and in turn becomes Taskmaster. Melina, it seems, may be involved in a similar kind of experiment.
She's also involved in some quite complicated scientific research.
Yes.
At the heart of the film story.
Given the super soldier serum's prevalence in the MCU so far, it's certainly not out of the question that Melina could simply gain all her powers from the serum after failing the Black Widow program enough times.
She's been cycled through the Red Room Black Widow program 5 times.
There's also the surprising bit of physical evidence.
Jade, look at the muscles.
The whole thing that got me started on this theory in the first place is this shot from the trailer. Here, David Harbour's Red Guardian is taking on Taskmaster in hand-to-hand combat. Red Guardian goes in for the headbutt, and you can see quite clearly that he has himself some height on Taskmaster. In real life, David Harbour is 6'3" tall, while Rachel Weisz, the woman who plays Melina Vostokov, is 5'6". That would explain to us how Red Guardian could have himself nearly a full head of height over Taskmaster. Lastly, though, let's talk about the family elements of this movie. Red Guardian specifically calls Melina, Yelena, and Natasha family in the trailer.
Family, back together again.
But by Endgame, we know that this family no longer exists.
I used to have nothing. And then I got this.
Oh.
This job.
Yeah.
This family.
Man, Marvel, maybe you need to start adding spoiler warnings to your trailers. But this means that by the end of
That's
Black
sad.
Widow, the other
Her
members
backstory
of Natasha's quote-unquote family here are either going to wind up dead or no longer on friendly terms. We know Yelena is likely to take over the mantle of Black Widow for the Avengers in the mainline MCU movies going forwards because, well, you know, Natasha's dead. And because Black Widow is ScarJo's final required movie in her contract. Also, we know this because something very similar happened to her in the comics. So this right here, my friends, is going to be the face of our new Black Widow for the next generation of movies. That's pretty solidly in place. Red Guardian, meanwhile, is likely gonna die because, well, we don't see him coming out of any Doctor Strange portals at the end of Endgame. I mean, way to not show up for the party in Earth's biggest battle, you goon. Which again,
if you're still alive, you're kind of a stupid guy because you didn't really come.
If she went around trying to kill
but if I spoil everything, but
Christmas get-togethers really awkward.
Put the knife down.
Here would be a big shift in Marvel.
I was using a knife.
But then again, this wouldn't be the first time that Marvel swapped a character's name or even their gender. It's also something Disney in 2020 would totally do. After years of people questioning the MCU for a lack of female representation, them getting made fun of letting Wonder Woman get to it first, to basically have Black Widow be Females Are Strong the movie is totally on brand for them right now. Natasha unmasking Taskmaster to reveal that girls can be super cool villains too, who are strong and independent. That wouldn't just be a big twist, but it would also be a strong message moment that Disney Disney won't pass.
I
So
kind
when
of
you
laugh.
look at all the evidence, we get ourselves a pretty complete picture of what this movie is going to wind up being. An appearance by
that's a solid
Hawkeye,
theory. He
visit
got
to Budapest,
evidence,
chased
everything.
by General Ross, a passing of the torch to Yelena as the new Black Widow, and the
Passing the
betrayal
torch.
of a family
Deck and
member
all
when
my
it's
in that.
revealed that under the mask,
R.I.P.
Taskmaster was Melina the whole time.
Clearly, I got that right. That's why you're not answering my questions. Get on that internet. Get on that.
But hey, that's just
a theory. A film theory.
And subscribe to have all of Marvel's new movies spoiled for you by hard.
I mean, usually when he has a theory, it's never usually. It's sometimes is the case, but not all the time. It's just it's a theory, okay? It's not meant to be right, okay? It could be right, not meant to be right. So you know, if you feel like, oh no, you get spoiled, oh no, you probably didn't get spoiled, okay? It's probably not gonna happen like that. But if it does, I'm sorry, and he's sorry. Hopefully he's sorry, but sorry. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know, hit that like button, subscribe my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.